All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. It is transfer deadline day. It's buzzing everywhere besides at Chelsea, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like for the time being, and anything can change over the next few hours. I mean, we still have good way more than 12 hours to go in regards to just about 13 hours to go, 12, 13 hours to go until transfer deadline closes. But at the time being, it's not buzzing at Chelsea, and that's fine in my opinion. We'll talk a lot about that, ladies and gentlemen. But as I said, things can change very rapidly over the next few hours and even till the dying moments of the transfer window on this deadline day. Obviously, the biggest talk in the town is Saul Niguez and Jules Kounde. Obviously, we'll talk a lot about this, and we'll talk about the implications if we don't actually sign them. There's few fans out there, certain parts of the fan base that are a little bit concerned about this situation, and we'll definitely talk about all of this. There's a whole heap of talk that we need to have about hudson-odoi. Seems like he wants the loan, but Chelsea's not keen. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, latest news from Matt Law saying that looks like we may be keeping him, which kind of makes sense to me. If we're not being able to get a midfielder, we do need to think about alternative options out there. Tino Anjorin news to Lokomotiv Moscow. There's Ampadu. There's Danny Drinkwater that went to Reading. There's Bakayoko, who's done his deal with AC Milan. Zappacosta deal I believe to Atalanta. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet, but that needs to happen. Baba Rahman, I don't know what's happening there. Dujon Sterling to Blackpool on a loan. So we'll talk about a whole heap of things as it just keeps cranking up in this particular transfer deadline. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, few things. First of all, yes, new kit, the yellow one. As you can see, I've got Lukaku's name at the back. Let me see if I can quickly, just a little bit. I don't want to fully turn around, but I've got Lukaku's name at the back. This is the new, the yellow kit. I love it, absolutely love it. Looks very nice. Yeah. And nearly 40 of you guys here. Smash the like button. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have awesome discussion today. I want to hear from each and every one of you guys what you're thinking. Best comments, obviously, I will bring it up on the screen and talk about it. First of all, participate on the poll. The poll is, ladies and gentlemen, saying, how are you feeling with possibly no Kounde or Saul on the transfer deadline? I want to know from you guys, still positive about the squad or we're in trouble? It's good to see 70% after 40 votes thinking that we're still positive about the squad. This is fantastic. 30% obviously thinking we're in trouble. But yeah, we'll monitor that as more people come in live. Nearly 50 of you guys live right now. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up to well over 40 straight away. Let's keep up with the likes today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get those likes up to 40. Yes, it is the new kit. Hope you guys are enjoying it. This is from Super Jersey shirts, Super Football shirts, sorry, the promotion that I do. I just got this from them today on deadline day, which is fantastic. Hope everyone that has ordered previously, hope you guys get your jerseys, your shirts very, very soon. Before we start, shout out to the live chat, as I always do before we get into some of these hot topics to talk about. Horizon has absolutely gone on a madness before the show even started, and I can't go through all of these, but shout out to Horizon. Thank you so much for joining. We've got Jonathan Jitro, thank you so much, my man, for joining. Ardi is here. Thank you heaps, my man. Zvo Genius, my man, thank you so much for joining, my man. Really good to see you. Siddharthan, really good to see you as well. Deals CFC, big up to you, my man. Vivek Tantri, big up, Miz. Thank you so much, my man. Brent Smith, always here. Do appreciate the Coin Gang. I'm going to start calling you guys the Coin Gang. I just realized, I was just thinking, you guys are here on a regular basis supporting me, supporting the stream. From now on, you guys are going to be called as the Coin Gang. you're here on a regular basis, watching the stream and enjoying it. I do appreciate that. Smash that like button, Coin Gang. Get in on the act. And also, do let me know where you're logging in from. It would be very, very cool to know where each and every one of you guys are logged in from, just to see where people are, keeping in touch all around the world. So it'll be very, very interesting. Shamak, thank you so much for joining. Loasi, thank you so much for joining. Declared, my man, thank you so much for joining. Zvo Genius, as I've said. Chase Banfield, thank you, my man. Frederick is he. Fahim is he. Ricky Wheeler, what a kid. That's right, baby. What a kid. Jensen is he. Tumo is he. My days. Ralph Lauren. Jordan, my man. Jordan is he. You know we're going to get a lot of news when Jordan's here. Ralph is here. Great to see you, Ralph. Bonolo, Eldo, Van Sachi, Vignes. This is great. The Coin family is here. The Coin Gang, the Coin family. I love it. The Coin family is here. Sir Daddy. Bamingbo is here. Jistek, my man. 60 of you guys live after 6 minutes. Smash the like button. Get those likes up to 60 straight away, ladies and gentlemen. Aka is here. Great to see. Noel Grago is here from Ghana, West Africa. Fantastic. We've got Bamigboye from Nigeria. Great to see as well. Want to know where you guys are from. Brent Smith from South Carolina, baby. Yeah, South Carolina in the house. Miz, look at Deportes Quattro tweet about Saul. Who is Deportes Quattro? Okay, I'm going to bring all of this up because Jordan is on a madness. You know, when Jordan's in the house, we are going to get some news. Let's bring out Simon Phillips. You said that Simon Phillips had some news as well, latest. It's strange situation about. Okay, let's bring this out. Let's bring this out. So this is what Simon Phillips, straight from Dean Jones on hudson-odoi. It's a strange situation because on one hand, Thomas Tuchel really admires the player and believes in his talent. Yet the club realize his pathway into the team is blocked and he may become frustrated this season. Honestly, we do need to deep this. This is very important. I watched Rio Ferdinand's latest episode, 5 with 5. If you guys haven't seen that, do watch that. There's a lot of information Rio, talks about from his playing days. And it's so interesting to listen to him. And he talks about this situation where players don't play enough. Like, for example, Dan James, he's gone to Leeds from Man United. And he was saying that Dan James is a player who's not going to see that much minutes at Man United, and it could create a bit of an issue when you have all of these players that are not playing, and then they chirp within the squad, and it could create a bit of a unrest, and you don't want that. So we will definitely talk about hudson-odoi, but obviously the blockbuster news is at the moment not Callum. It's obviously all about Jules Kounde and Saul. But Jordan is saying Deportes Quattro. I don't know who this guy is, but I got this right. Jordan, have I got this right? Deportes Quattro tweet about Saul. Quattro. Who is this? Deportes Quattro. Okay. Let's see what they have to say 3 minutes ago. Translate the tweet. Pablo Sarabia will not sign for Atletico. Negotiations for Saul's departure continue. Okay, so yeah, Sarabia is not coming in, which makes it even more difficult, I suppose. We've got Sudi from Doha, man. That's brilliant, man. Well, people from Doha are logging in. This is fantastic. Best shout out ever, Miz. No problems, Brent. Gol España has also tweeted. Let's have a look at what Gol España has said, man. A lot of people are going to tweet a lot of stuff. It's going to be madness today. Gol España. If Gol España is tweeting something, generally Gol should be tweeting, and also I believe Nizar should be tweeting. So what are these guys? I'm just wondering whether we're going to get one of these surprise packages coming through 1 hour ago. Anyways, it is what it is. Let's start from Matt Law. I think it's very interesting. Actually, this is the interesting one. Shout out to you guys. Nearly 90 people live right now. Smash the like button. Get those likes up to 90 straight away. This is going to be one exciting deadline day transfer, situation that is building up. Okay, we're going to start from here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what Matt Law had to say in London Blue podcast. Where he features very regularly. He's saying there is a sense of calm at Chelsea. Saul has never been a top priority. Matt Law is saying Saul has never been a top priority. With Kounde, the feeling has always been there is an eye on the future. It might happen in January, if not now. If both come up, great. So at the end of the day, we need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that Saul was never the priority. It's just become a rumor in recent times because, let's be honest, Declan Rice was the first priority, and West Ham are not keen on letting go of Declan Rice. Declan Rice is touted to be somewhere around £100 million, and they're not going to entertain. I think we were sort of thinking about the 60 million situation, but West Ham are definitely not going to entertain that. We've also heard inside news that, from Matt Law himself, that Declan Rice is not really happy about all of this situation, and we may be looking into Declan Rice next season. Then there was a whole Tchouaméni situation. And to be honest, I think Chelsea, whether it's Tchouaméni, I don't know. But one way or another, this player is looking to stay another season at Monaco. Now, if that's Chelsea saying that you need to stay another season, we want to check you out for one more season, or whether the player is opting to say that I want to stay at Monaco for one more season and see what happens. So more or less, that's not happening. There was a whole situation about them qualifying for the Champions League, which never happened. Now they're in the Europa League. So I thought that maybe we could have got someone like Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni seems like a fantastic player, and I would have absolutely loved it had he got him. But that does not seem to have any legs at the moment. Looks like, I don't know. Things could massively turn around in the next few hours. But the bottom line here, ladies and gentlemen, and this is where I want to start the conversation with you guys. I personally feel it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world if we don't get a Kounde and if we don't get a Saul. There's certain parts of the fan base, as you guys can already see in the poll. Please participate in the poll. They're a bit worried about it. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Is it the end of the world if Kounde and Saul doesn't happen? Let's talk a little bit about Kounde, because a lot of people are having a go at Chelsea board again, saying, oh, the board has failed Thomas Tuchel. They have not backed Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel just won the Champions League. We don't want to get into a situation, that Roberto Di Matteo situation, where he wins the Champions League, doesn't get backed in this particular season, come December, and he's in the mud. We need to understand our biggest issue last season was not being able to score, and we have been able to solve that scenario with Romelu Lukaku. For me, that is a massive plus point in this particular transfer window. So we still need to pay some respect to the board, Marina, everyone that's involved, that they have, plugged a massive hole with Romelu Lukaku. Yes, it would have been great to get, another midfielder and defender, Zuma. We'll talk about it. Live chat's going mad. Let's have a look at what you guys are saying. Fabrizio is live. Something is defo up. What's he live about, ladies and gentlemen? What's he talking about? What players is he talking about? Ms. Cho clearly wants to go and play. We can let him go and play. We'll definitely talk about Cho. Don't you worry. No, Ms. Never a priority, which means he was never our first choice midfielder. Yeah, exactly. Saul was never a first choice midfielder. We need a CDM. Yes, let's start from here. Worried about midfield, need a CDM pronto. Still plenty of time. How many midfielders can he count now? Can't say injured. Okay, let's talk about this situation here. Declared saying, are you sure, Miz, after reading Chelsea's tweets, I went and stocked up on... Yeah, okay. All right, let's talk about this whole situation. Ms. Fab is streaming on Twitch now until 11 p.m. Wow, he's streaming from now till 11 p.m. What madness is that? But I'm sure he's probably going to be talking about everything and anything. But yeah, in regards to we need a CDM, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I agree we need a CDM. But We have tried our level best. Our first target was Declan Rice, and it's not happening. Tchouaméni, as I said, for one reason or another, it's not happening. Whether Chelsea wants him to stay another season, whether the player wants to stay another season, looks like it's not happening. Things can rapidly change. Saul was never the first priority, and I feel like Saul was 50-50. I don't think he was entirely sort of convinced that he wants to come to Chelsea. Maybe he was looking at Man United. Maybe he's looking at other options. I don't know. One thing for certainty, Jules Kounde definitely wants Chelsea. But moving back into the CDM situation, I just want to ask you guys. Yes, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, they're the front three midfielders for us. And I don't think anyone replaces them at the moment. They will be playing bulk of the matches, right? Now, massive concerns about Kante and his injury situations. He seems to keep missing that odd game here and there. Sometimes he misses two matches in a row, and it does pose a heavy workload on Jorginho and Kovacic. I completely get that. But we can reassess this situation come January. And I don't think... Have a look at last season. How often did the fourth choice midfielder play last season? Tell me honestly, how often did the fourth choice midfielder play last season? Billy Gilmore, right at the end, got a lot of opportunity. Well, not a lot, got a bit of opportunities. And even him this season was sent out on a loan because we said that he wasn't going to get enough game time. So if we're saying that Billy Gilmore's not going to get enough game time, in order to bring someone new in, how can we possibly say that particular player is going to get a lot of game time? So for me, as this particular tweet says from Matt Law, Saul was never our top priority. Now, I'm starting to think that we are looking at alternatives. So as I said, Kante, Jorginho, and Kovacic are the three frontline midfielders. And then we do need to start relying upon, there's talks that Ruben Loftus-Cheek is apparently staying. So I just want to bring this out. This is latest from Matt Law. As things stand, Ruben Loftus-Cheek likely to stay at Chelsea in this transfer window. Deserves some good fortune. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know Ruben Loftus-Cheek is not a CDM. I know he's not a double pivot player. But we may need to just use him that odd occasion here and there. If you look at our fixtures, I'm just going to bring out our fixtures as well soon. I believe, for the time being, our main midfielders to play on a regular basis, bar the Carabao Cup game. Now, this is what our fixture looks like coming up after the international break. We've got Aston Villa, Chelsea. Now, do you expect anyone else besides Jorginho and Kovacic to play in that particular match? Personally, I don't. If Kante is not fit, which I'm hoping he should be over the next 2 weeks, then possibly he features as well. So already that game negotiated. Chelsea, Zenit, Jorginho, Kovacic, or Kante, if they're all fit, they're going to be in lookout for that. Similarly against Tottenham. This particular match here, the Carabao Cup, that's a match where maybe they get rested. Not maybe, I'm pretty certain they'll get rested. So you got your Chalobah, who can play in midfield. You've got Ethan Ampadu. You've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek. That's a match that you don't want your Kantes, Kovacic, and Jorginho to play. And even if they do play, maybe they play a few minutes, but not all. So already you can see that after 3 games, you're going to have a match where there is going to be rotation. Then after that, you've got City, Juventus. And then you've got possibly, the next rounds of Carabao Cup coming up. But so that pretty much rounds up September, and then the ones after that are in October. Even the match against Malmo, maybe there you can potentially use someone else if we do need to rotate. But I'm not worried for the time being. We do have Chalobah, we do have Ampadu. We do need to think about these guys as well. Sasidaran is saying, is Ampadu staying? At the moment, I think, well, there's no news to say that he's departing. At the moment, there's all sorts of news saying that he is staying. So, I haven't heard anything else. Football London publications Football.London, they've recently put an article saying that Ethan Ampadu has been training in the position of Jorginho in the training grounds to play the quick tempo passes, build up from the back. He's playing in the middle and literally everyone is passing on to him. So, we do need to understand this situation. I want to hear from you guys. Are you worried, or do you think that we can at least wait till January and meanwhile we can still use players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Ethan Ampadu and Chalobah if need be? Because predominantly it's still going to be Jorginho, Kante and Kovacic, hoping that they stay fit. Vivek, Chalobah can't for CDM because we sold Zuma. Are you saying Chalobah can't play CDM? He literally did in the last game when Jorginho was taken off. So he has done that for Lorient as well. I'm not saying this is preferred. He's not going to be the frontline CDM, but he can back up that Aston Villa game in the Carabao Cup. That's the game that he may come into. This particular Carabao Cup game over here, he may feature. So I've got no issues. I'm not going to disregard Chalobah one bit. I think we need to understand that he could fill into multiple places. RCB, LCB as well. A lot of people have been saying that he can fill into LCB. And CDM is definitely something he can fit in. And that this is the particular match where I feel like, someone like Chalobah and Ethan Ampadu could get an opportunity. Ms. Not 2 seasons are the same. 2 injuries and we are done. Ruben Loftus-Cheek once out. Well, this comment here from Matt Law, as things stands, Ruben Loftus-Cheek likely to stay at Chelsea in the transfer window. And yes, the whole ideology about injuries. I mean, sure, injuries can happen. But why are we predicting there'll be 2, there'll be 3? I mean, then we might as well sit here and say there'll be 4 injuries, 5 injuries. At the moment, all we know is that Kante has a bit of a situation. And we've tried our level best in the market. My issue is that we shouldn't be blaming the board. We shouldn't be blaming Marina. We shouldn't be blaming Peter Cech. Our club has done their level best to do what they could have done. But, at the same time, it takes 2 to tango. It's not all on Chelsea. It's not all on Chelsea's fault. I don't think it's all Chelsea's fault. Let's see what else you guys have to say. I feel sorry for you, man. 1:30 a.m., 2:30, 5 a.m. It's tough for the Aussies. It really is tough for the Aussies. Saul won't disappoint us. Guaranteed nice fit for season. Still regret about it. Yeah, I mean, this particular comment from Arcibian. Yes, I'd wait till January. Unless Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Ampadu go today, Ms. Yeah, man. I mean, if Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Ampadu leave from here, I think then I would start getting a bit worried because we haven't got Saul, we haven't got a Declan Rice or a Tchouaméni, and we're letting go of Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Ampadu. That's when I'd be like, okay, well, they could have been used as backups. I mean, why are we disregarding Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Ampadu? At the end of the day, we're talking about backup situations here. Are we that worried? Are we that worried about this? Let's have a read of this. Ask Thomas Tuchel. Big up, Miz. I feel like, if anything, we do need a CDM. I'm sorry, but I don't agree with the backup midfielder. We have a good cover. We have 3 main midfielders. Depth is needed. CB is okay as Chalobah. Okay. As I said, it is ideal to get a CDM. Yes, it is ideal. But if we can't get anyone, we do need to think about alternatives. That's what I'm trying to get to. That we can't just be sitting here and creating a negative sort of vibe that, the club has failed Thomas Tuchel, or, the club hasn't done enough. Like, I don't want to get into that situation. I don't want to talk about, because I feel the club has done level best. And Saul Niguez, it's just not happening. Chelsea and Atletico Madrid are talking again about Saul Niguez deal. Talks broke down between player and club last week. But Chelsea have come back as Thomas Tuchel wants another centre midfielder. Will be alone. So this is coming from Graham Bailey, transfer correspondent for 90 Minutes Football. Let's see what else is going on here. We've already seen that one. Chelsea have surprised me before on deadline day. Yep. Yeah, see, this is from Fabrizio Romano. Saul Niguez to Chelsea is now completely blocked. Let's see what, because yeah, he did tweet that actually. It's about Cavani. What's he talking about, Cavani? Oh, the project, yeah, okay. Greece. Guys, smash the like button. Get those likes up to well over 100 straight away. No hesitation. Let's get those likes up. Meanwhile, I'm just searching for this Fabrizio Romano tweet about him saying that Saul Niguez is now completely blocked off. Yeah, here we go. Chelsea had a complicated and tense day for Jules Kounde negotiations with Sevilla. Deal on the verge of collapsing many times, but today Chelsea will try again with final approach. Sevilla are so strong on their position. Saul deal now completely blocked. Now, as I said, it would have been good if we've got a CDM, but I've got complete faith in Ethan Ampadu and Ruben Loftus-Cheek to provide that depth. These are not rubbish players. I don't know when these guys have become rubbish players in the eyes of our fan base, which is very, very interesting. Tommy, the CFC fan. It's possible that Real Madrid will sign Chelsea target Jules Kounde today from Sevilla. Oh, man, that would burn me. That would burn me because this player actually wants Chelsea. He's always won Chelsea. But this is the thing. Sevilla has done a quick one on us. Sevilla is the one that has moved the goalpost on us. We had a verbal agreement with Saul, with Jules Kounde. The personal terms were already agreed. We had a verbal agreement with Sevilla in regards to Jules Kounde. We said that as soon as the whole Zuma situation was going to get taken care of, that we'll come back and we'll sort it out. But all of a sudden, Sevilla has turned around and asked for 15 million more. So once again, I can't blame Chelsea. I'm not going to blame Chelsea. I don't want us to bend over backwards for every team out there and just do us however and whatever they please. There was talks about Saul as well. The wage demands were a bit too much. So we do need to understand. And all of this can change. All of these situations can change in a matter of time. Jaswin, the final hours of Chelsea's transfer window looks like being more about outgoings rather than incomings as things stand. Yeah, I mean, let's talk a little bit about outgoings. We'll come back about the whole Jules Kounde and Saul Niguez. We'll come back to that. Let's talk a little bit about Callum Hudson-Odoi, which is going to be very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, 67 likes. We've got 150 people live right now. Smash the like button. Get those likes up to well over 100. Literally 43 likes away. So let's do that, guys. Get those likes up. Pump those likes up right now. Put those likes on steroids. Pump it up to well over 100 straight away. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. We are going to have an interesting transfer deadline stream. Obviously, we'll do this stream maybe down the track. In the evening, we'll have another stream to basically see where things are at. But let's have a look at a few of the outgoings that we're talking about. Let's quickly talk about Tina Anjorin. Tina Anjorin is an interesting one. Let's see if Matt Law has talked about Tina Anjorin. I think it might have been Might have been Nizar Kinsella. I've tweeted out anyway. I can just literally go to my tweets. So I've read the Athletic article, and basically the Athletic article in regards to Tina Anjorin. I want to know what you guys have to say about this as well. Yeah, how do you guys feel about Tina Anjorin possibly leaving? Looks like it's a loan deal. I thought it was an obligation to buy, but I think it's an option to buy, not obligation. So I could be wrong in that particular situation. But at the end of the day, option to buy. You know, if he does well, which we want him to do well, then Lokomotiv Moscow will probably want to buy him. And if he doesn't do well, which we don't want, we want him to do well. Well, then, you know, at the end of the day, I think if he does well, bottom line, he will be purchased by Lokomotiv Moscow. But the good thing is that we've got a buyback clause. Which is 34 million if we do end up selling him. But at first, I wasn't too keen about this particular scenario. Cavani to Barca. Really? I didn't know that. Surely. We've got here Manchester United on the same position since days. Edison Cavani is part of the project, and if nothing happens, he's expected to stay. So I'm not sure where you saw Cavani to Barca. Sam S, what's up, Miz? How you doing? Going back to the Tina Anjorin situation, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what your thoughts are about Tino. For me, look, he's too good for the academy. He's way too good for the academy, and I think he's a supremely talented player. From what I've seen in the preseason, I completely enjoyed that. But the thing is, he's not going to get game time with us. He's simply not going to get game time. And right now, it probably makes sense to go to Lokomotiv Moscow. Now, Ralf Rangnick is the head of development over there, which is a fantastic scenario, I believe. Ralf Rangnick is very, very good with developing young players. You know, he's understands the whole, Thomas Tuchel and Ralf Rangnick, I'm pretty sure they probably would have had conversations about this. For him, yeah, you're right. It is option to buy. I definitely got that wrong about obligation. After reading the Athletic article, they were sort of saying that option or obligation. I was a bit I was a bit confused about that, but I think it is option to buy, not obligation. But at the end of the day, if he does well, I think Lokomotiv Moscow will probably trigger that. And if he does exceptionally well, Chelsea will probably keep him. But at the end of the day, 17 million, if we do sell him to Lokomotiv Moscow, is fantastic business. And we've got the buyback clause for 34 million. So in my opinion, I think this is decent. And he's going to get Europa League football as well with Lokomotiv Moscow. So hopefully he goes out there and absolutely balls out. This is happening. Apparently, he will have his medical today, so he will go out on loan. So it'll be interesting to watch Tina Anjorin play for Lokomotiv Moscow, and I hope he does really, really well. If he does exceptionally well, then hopefully he has some sort of future at Chelsea. If he does well, then look, there's that loan option to buy from Lokomotiv Moscow for £17 million, and we have a buyback clause. Matt Law tweeted out yesterday that we are the buyback army at the moment. The buyback army. That's exactly who we are right now. So it's very, very interesting. Global CFC saying Saul deal is off. Yeah, man. Look, that's what the situation is at the moment. Saul deal is off. G11W is saying Anjorin would have liked a Prem loan for him. Yeah, would have liked a Prem loan for him, but I don't want him to go to just any Prem clubs. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need him to go to a very decent Premier League club that's going to play football and follow sort of the philosophy. Like a Southampton would have been great, but, how many players can you get off us? They've already got Broha, so they couldn't have got another one. It would have to be a purchase. Tina Livramento was a purchase. Norwich has already got Billy Gilmore. Brighton would have been a decent one. I wouldn't mind seeing Anjorin at Brighton because Brighton play good football. But, do Brighton need... And that's the thing. We need him to play football. We don't just need him to go somewhere and just be a bench player again. We need him to play football. And that's the thing. I'm not sure if some of these Premier League teams will be looking at Anjorin and saying, well, you're starting for us. And that's the issue. That is the big issue. All right. Look at Fab's latest tweet. Let's have a look at Fab's latest tweet. I thought the guy was streaming. What's he doing? I thought he's on Twitch. 4 minutes. Yeah, some of these guys are trolling, man. There's nothing latest from Fab. But yeah, let's now look at this whole situation about Callum Hudson-Odoi, ladies and gentlemen. Ishan, my boy, thank you so much for joining. So we're at the deadline day of this crazy transfer season. Smash the like button, guys. Miz looking very good, worth that kit on. Yeah, man. Hopefully you get your one very soon. Since I've got mine, I'm pretty sure your one's just around the corner. So do look out for that, Ishan. Ralph is saying our fans wanted to discard him. Tina Anjorin, I think he's a special talent, but let's be honest, he's not starting for us at the moment. And there's no point in just keeping him in the bench or keep playing him at the academy level because he's just too good for the academy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Callum Hudson-Odoi. This could heat up. And I want to know what you guys are thinking about this. This is an interesting one. Yusuf saying that away kit means, yeah, man, it's splendid. I love it. I love it. Full day stream means, nah, man, no way I'm doing a full day stream. Probably will stream for about an hour and a half over here and then maybe come back later on. If there is any breaking news, depending if I'm sleeping or not, then I'll definitely come back. But ladies and gentlemen, Callum Hudson-Odoi, it's a strange situation because on one hand, Thomas Tuchel really admires the player and believes in his talent, yet the club realized his pathway into the team is blocked and he may become frustrated this season. So I think the club sort of thinks that him just staying and being in the bench could make him frustrated, and we don't want to harbor players that are going to be upset, that are going to be angry for not seeing enough minutes. We just don't want that kind of scenario. But Thomas Tuchel believes that he admires him. There was no doubt about that. We saw that in the TV several times, him hugging Callum Hudson-Odoi, showing him instructions, guiding him. But I can't see how Callum starts. He's not even the backup option in right wing back at the moment. Do you know what I mean? It's Reece James or Azpilicueta. Now that Kounde is not coming, so maybe he could be a backup option as a right wing back. But then again, he's a backup. He's definitely not starting up front. And now he's not even getting any starts from right wing back. 3 Premier League games and 3 games where he's not featured one bit, 0 minutes. Let's see if Matt Law has something to say about Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's got something to say about Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think it was Simon Johnson who wrote about Callum. Let's see if Simon Johnson, because I do want to see, because there was an article that just came out saying that Callum Hudson-Odoi is definitely wanted by Dortmund, but also by another top 6 Premier League club. Here we go. As things stand, Chelsea are making it very difficult for Hudson-Odoi to leave on loan. The winger is understandably worried about lack of game time. A top 6 club, not Leicester City Football Club, wants him, plus Dortmund still pushing. I actually read that article. It doesn't mention which particular top 6 club, but apparently there is a top 6 club, and Dortmund's still pushing. Tell me, guys, how you feel about this whole situation about Callum. I mean, I look at someone like Mason Greenwood, and I know they play different roles, but the rise of Mason Greenwood is phenomenal. And I feel like the only way Callum Hudson-Odoi will get to that level is if he plays week in, week out. He needs to play week in, week out. And I can't see him playing week in, week out. Look at the fixture list. We've got Chelsea versus Aston Villa, Chelsea versus Zenit, Tottenham, Chelsea, Chelsea, Aston Villa. That Chelsea, Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup, that's the only one I can picture Callum Hudson-Odoi playing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, for him. I was thinking this as well. I was thinking that it could be Liverpool because Liverpool may be looking at options when if Salah and Mane, they need a rest, or if they get an injury or if they pick up an injury, that's where it becomes very, very interesting. But then again, he doesn't start for Liverpool. So what do you do? What do you do? You need where he plays week in, week out. Yeah. Okay, Ralph. I was talking about Livramento, not Anjorin Miz. Yeah. I know your stance on Livramento, and it is what it is with Livramento as well. Global CFC, stop playing Cho at wing back. Well, Global CFC, if we stop playing Cho at wing back, there's no way he's going to get any game time up front, my man. At least in wing back, he's going to get some game. And the thing about the wing back when Callum plays, he's pretty much a right winger. So don't get fooled with the whole role name called wing back. He's not really a wing back. He's really a right winger. So, yeah, don't fall for the whole situation that, he's a wing back. He doesn't play as a wing back. And literally the formation shifts into a back four where Aspie or Reece James becomes the right back, and it pushes Callum towards being a right winger. But I think a loan situation for Callum is probably needed, to be honest. But apparently Chelsea are the ones that are stopping this situation. Yeah, Liverpool looking for AFCON cover. Yeah, possibly. Salah and Mane going to AFCON. Yeah, he's going to get a lot of time. Callum, during that January period, is going to get a lot of time. So, I wouldn't mind that, to be honest, on a loan to Liverpool. I really wouldn't mind that one bit. Guys, smash the like button. We were very, very close to 100 likes, 17 likes away. Let's smash the like button. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. I'm very, very close to, let me have a quick look over here. I'm very close to 7,400. Yeah, I'm literally about 22 subscribers away. So let's get 22 subscribers to 7,400, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let's hit 7,400, which will be amazing. Milestone to achieve in this particular stream. Let's have a look at some of these other. Ralph Lauren, guys, Cho is a winger. If he's not gonna get game time here, let him go to Dortmund. Why block him? He's left-sided winger. Yeah, and I think this is what he wants to play at Dortmund. He wants to play as a left-sided winger, and apparently Dortmund are willing to entertain this. There are talks about his wages because he's on 120k, and this is what the article from The Athletic is saying, that there needs to be a bit of compromise here because Dortmund's not going to be able to afford 120k per week for this particular Don. We do need to have a compromise. But Thomas Tuchel at the same time admires this player, but he himself doesn't seem to play him. So I can't have this player who's going to be 21 this season and then slowly get 22, 23, and he's still not reached that levels, and he's still touted as a potential. And then you've got players like Mason Greenwood, who are possibly in a couple of seasons' time are one of the most important players for Man United. Because Mason Greenwood, at the moment, for me, is one of the best young talent going around. One of the best young talent. And, there was conversations not that long ago that Callum Hudson-Odoi was one of the supreme talents. And at the moment, it's sad to see that he's getting left behind. Yeah, to a certain degree, we're ruining his career. We need him to play. These are the times to play. Ask Thomas Tuchel, be logical, guys. Chelsea won't give Liverpool CHO to help them when they will be missing players. Don't make sense, guys. You know what? That your logic is right, because why should we be helping out a top 6 team? You're right. As much as it sounds like a great loan for Callum, but why help out a top 6 club? You're right. Why help? BVB wants 175 million for Haaland, yet they can't afford Odoi's wages. Yeah. 120k for a player on a loan is a lot of money, though. 120k pounds. I highly doubt there'd be that many players in Dortmund that are on that level of money. I think even Haaland's on about 100 million. Sorry, 100,000. And Callum getting more than Haaland, that'd be strange. Yeah, Greenwood, best finisher behind Haaland. Cho sadly is being left behind. Yeah, it's sad. I don't want to see this particular player get left behind. I really don't. Really don't want to see this player get left behind. All right. Few other news as well. We'll circle back on all of these news very soon. Danny Drinkwater, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are going to love this. Danny Drinkwater has gone to Reading. Let's see if we can... And oh yeah, actually, let's look at Dujon Sterling. Dujon Sterling has gone to Blackpool. Let me know your thoughts about Dujon Sterling, guys. I thought in the initial parts of his preseason, he looked not bad, actually. I thought he was looking quite solid, strong. But I think a loan move is the right move. It's a loan to championship team Blackpool. Blackpool got promoted to championship. And I hope Dujon Sterling does well. Apparently the Blackpool manager, he's known to develop young players. So hopefully Dujon Sterling goes out there, has a strong loan, and then do his level best next season in the preseason to see if he can crack into the first team. But yeah, I don't want to give up on Dujon Sterling. He could be another one of those, you know, our academy boys conveyor belt sort of coming through. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on Dujon Sterling, ladies and gentlemen. Varun Bakshi, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Cho needs game time, and we should send him on a loan. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. But even Chelsea board thinks that he deserves to get game time. Seems like Thomas Tuchel admires him, wants to keep him. But, I mean, what's the point of just keeping him if you're not going to use him? You do need to use him. People are saying check Nizar. Let's have a quick check on Nizar, and then we'll come back on Danny Drinkwater. We are Twitter surfing, as Brent Smith would say. We are Twitter surfing. Oh, here we go. Per Jacob Steinberg, deal currently off for Saul Niguez. Chelsea never responded to Atletico Madrid after they set out their terms. Jules Kounde was a bigger priority for Chelsea, so let's see there. Expect news shortly on him. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Saul Niguez currently off. And Jules Kounde was the bigger priority. And that was the case all the time. That was the case all the time. 150 of you guys live. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up to well over 150 straight away, guys. Get those likes up while I drink on some water. Fabrizio Romano. Breaking. Callum Hudson-Odoi will join. Chelsea won't let him leave. Yeah, okay. Alex is saying check Fabrizio Romano. All right, let's have a look at Fabrizio Romano. 152 of you guys live. Smash that like button, guys. Here we go. Saul deal since yesterday night is completely blocked. No green light from Atletico Madrid. Chelsea are convinced it's going to be definitely collapse. Nothing agreed for Jules Kounde yet too. There you go. I think we need to forget about Saul Kounde, Saul Niguez, ladies and gentlemen. And we need to think about alternatives, and that is Ethan Ampadu and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yeah, some are even saying Ross Barkley, but I wouldn't give Ross Barkley another chance. I think let's stick with Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Ethan Ampadu if they are staying, and Chalobah as well. This comment here. We have Ampadu, Chalobah as backup. We'll get Kounde this window or next. Yes. This is exactly what I'm thinking as well, Sumit. Kounde in January. Kounde is absolutely set to join us, but it all depends what happens with Real Madrid. If Real Madrid goes in and just sweeps this particular player now, because they were interested on Jules Kounde. I just hope that Jules Kounde can stick around, but it's such a tough situation for Jules Kounde now because he was looking forward to leave Sevilla. Now, how does he go back to the club where he was looking to leave? He didn't play last weekend. He moved off to France to camp over there. And obviously, he's been called up to the French team in this international window, but in international break. But it'll be very difficult for him until January. So, if Real Madrid comes in with a big offer for Sevilla and meets that price tag that we weren't looking to meet, and that's because we had a verbal agreement with them, ladies and gentlemen. We had a verbal agreement with Sevilla for Jules Kounde that we were going to sell Zuma, and straight after Zuma, we're coming for you, and it was all set. But these people at Sevilla must have seen the Zuma money and upped the price. So it is what it is. Guys, how do you feel about Chalobah, Ethan Ampadu, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek? Possibly being cover in midfield. Let me know. Let me know how you feel because, it'll be interesting conversation. But so it looks like we are not adding anyone in midfield for the time being. Maybe there's a surprise selection. I hope there's no rush. And Thomas Tuchel has said it himself many a times in the press conference that he does not want Chelsea to rush into anything. Thomas Tuchel does not want Chelsea to rush into anything. He's happy with the squad. If there's an opportunity to add, then let's do it. But let's not rush into anything. This is what Thomas Tuchel has said. So, right now we've got alternatives. Ethan Ampadu, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and Chalobah. I want to know from you guys how you feel about this. Aka, I'll be really upset if we don't get a midfielder. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Aka, we're not getting a midfielder. So, okay, we can be upset, but I can't blame the board, man. I really can't blame the board. Ms. CHO to Dortmund off. This is Jordan. Look, to be honest, I would have liked him to get game time, but maybe Thomas Tuchel's just worried at the moment that since we're not getting a Kounde and we're not getting a midfielder, maybe Reece James will have to cover a little bit in defense, in centre back positions, in the three at the back, because no Kounde. So, maybe Reece James, Callum Hudson-Odoi gets a few more minutes as right wing back. CFC Abs is saying Jordan isn't real. CFC Abs, Jordan's not talking about his opinion. I'm pretty sure he's giving news from somewhere. Jordan, is CHO to Dortmund off? Is that a particular source that you got it from? Yeah, Malang Sarr. I don't know what the situation is with Malang Sarr. That's a very good question. There's literally been nothing about Malang Sarr. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Aiden. Too much negativity in the fan base. It's like we want a shiny new toy no matter what. Our current squad is very, very competitive and good. I I think so as well. I honestly do. You know what? Let's just do this for a moment. Let's actually just build this out, and we can look at this tomorrow as well. Let's actually play out the squad and see how it kind of looks like. Look at these people. They've got all these old names out of prehistoric times. Guys, smash the like button. Get those likes up. We've got 150 people. Get those likes up to well over 150 straight away. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let's get to 7,400 subscribers. I'm literally about 20 subscribers away. So let's do that. 20 new subscribers. Let's get that happening if you're enjoying this stream, which I know you are. Okay. So let's just set this up. The Coin Gang, the Coin family is here. My Coin family, smash the like button. That's what you guys are from now on, the Coin family, the Coin Gang. Smash the like button, the Coin Gang, Coin family. So Mendy is goalkeeper, obviously. And we've got Kepa as the backup. Yeah. We have Rudy. And some have already mentioned that Chalobah has played for Lorient in left centre back. So let's plug that name in there straight away as a backup, not obviously starting, but as a backup. So we're gonna build the squad here so that we get a good vision about this. We've already got AC starting on a regular basis. And we can have Silva, and it can be vice versa anyway, to be honest. Yeah, 100%, 100%. From us, Thomas Tuchel, in regards to Christensen. Then we've got here, Aspie seems to be the front line. We're not going to get Kounde, looks like, unless something changes. Aspie, the front line. Chalobah again here as a backup. Possibly even have Reece James if need be. If need be. I'm just penciling him down. In the wing back, looks like it's Reece James, #1 selection. And then you can have Aspie or CHO. Varun Bakshi, thank you so much for the super chat again. Big up to my bro Miz. You're doing a fabulous job. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you. Do really appreciate that. Then we've got here Jorginho and Kante, generally the front liners. And I know Kante can get injured, so obviously that's an issue. We can also add Kovacic here. And Kovacic can obviously be in this particular situation as well. But here is where we can add many other players. So, Kovacic can be here. We can have Chalobah again. Let's go with TC. We can have Ampadu. And over here, we can also include Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It's not ideal, but it is a possibility. That's what I'm saying. It's not ideal, but it's a possibility. As you can see, the frontliners will be Jorginho and Kante. And if Kante is injured, it'll be Kovacic. And hopefully we don't have a long-term injury. Because then, you're going to have to start relying on your Trevor Chalobah's, Ethan Ampadu's, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who I don't think are bad players at all. Let's be honest. I think the front line is firstly Chilwell, and then at the moment, it's Alonso's playing a lot of games, but Chilwell for me is still the front liner. So that's that. Chilwell and Alonso, which is fine. Up front, we have a plethora of players to choose from. Smash the like button, guys. We're at nearly 160 at the moment. Get those likes up to well over 150. It'll be a great milestone for the stream to get to 150 likes. Up front, Lukaku. Yeah, for him, Mount as well. You're right. We're forgetting perhaps even Mount. If need be, it's not ideal. It definitely isn't ideal. But yes, once again, that's an option. It's an option. No doubt about that. We do need to think about alternatives. Now that Saul's not happening, we do need to think about alternatives. Lukaku, Havertz, Werner. Over here is definitely Havertz, Werner, Pulisic. Oh, sorry. I think if it's Lukaku, let's go with Havertz. And then let's go with Werner, Pulisic. On this side, you've got, at the moment, it's Mount, and it's, could change to Ziyech anytime. But at the end of the day, there is Ziyech. Even CHO could fill on both sides. I mean, he will be down in the pecking order, but that is still an option. So we have got a plethora of, and on this side as well, you can use at times Mount. Well, at the end of the day, it's interchangeable anyway. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is our squad. We are set up front. We are, in terms of the striker situation, Lukaku is going to play predominantly all the matches. Aka is saying, oh, dear me, that midfield is looking weak. I mean, we can still address this situation in January, Aka. For the time being, if Jorginho and Kovacic and Kante predominantly stays fit, then they're the ones who are going to play. If Kante gets injured here and there, then the odd game for Carabao Cup, FA Cup early stages can be played by, Ethan Ampadu, Trevor Chalobah, Mason Mount possibly as well. So, we do need to see alternatives. We do need to find alternatives. I don't think it's all doom and gloom. Honestly, I don't think it's all doom and gloom. Abhinav, shout out to you, my man. Happy birthday, Abhinav 17. Man United fan, it seems like. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, tell me, looking at this particular squad, where are you? Are you confident that at least we can last till January? That if something happens, we can address this in January. Are you confident with Trevor Chalobah, Ethan Ampadu, Mason Mount, Ruben Loftus-Cheek to possibly do a bit of a job for us in midfield if need be? Man, I'm still seeing people are saying I'm still depressed. I can't believe people are depressed. I don't understand this. Why? How could you be depressed? Yeah, there you go, Ms. Mario Valen is saying, and how on earth is Kante with the French squad? Why did the club allow this? See, that's the thing. How serious was that injury? Was it a precaution? Maybe, I'm pretty certain Kante is probably going to come back from the international break and he's probably going to start against Aston Villa. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm not I'm not entirely scared about this situation, to be honest. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to this particular season. I really am. As Aiden saying, we are stacked. We've got a lot of players. We really do. We do have a lot of players. Chalobah played in midfield against Liverpool. Did well. We are stacked in all positions for now. Yes, if you have a look, Chalobah came in for Jorginho in the second half. So I'm not worried. Chalobah, literally 2 games ago, everyone was screaming out for Chalobah that he can play in midfield, he can play in RCB, he can play in LCB. All of a sudden, Chalobah doesn't play for a couple of games, and everyone has forgotten about Chalobah, and so much so that he's underrated all of a sudden. That Chalobah is not capable of doing anything. Good to see you, Flyers, in the live chat. Yeah, Fahim, I'm really excited about the season. Let's see what else is happening. Let's surf. Let's see the latest. But yeah, quickly as well. So we obviously touched on Dujon Sterling. Danny Drinkwater is the other one, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe we found a home for this particular player. I'm so happy. I am so happy. Danny Drinkwater has joined Reading on loan for 2021-22 season. All the best for the season ahead, Danny. Yeah, honestly, all the best for Danny Drinkwater. Hopefully, he has a good season. I think it's on a loan, and he is on his final year on the contract. So after the loan, it's going to be lights out. I don't think he's got a contract extension or anything at the moment lined up with Chelsea. So yeah, after this loan is done, as it stands, it's finished. Let's have a look at anything from, as I said, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, ladies and gentlemen, is so far staying, which I think is a good news. If we're not going to include, be able to include Saul Niguez, which seems to be off, as Fabrizio Romano saying, Saul deal since yesterday night is completely blocked, then we do need someone like Ruben Loftus-Cheek to do us a bit of a favor. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek is staying at the time being. Ankit, our fan base wants world-class players in bench, not some fringe players. That's why they are depressed. Yeah, I get that, man. I get it. But it is what it is. Like, we've tried. We really have. And we couldn't do it. So we can try again in January if the matter escalates. But for now, I'm confident. I'm confident we can compete. I'm confident of our fringe players to do a job. As I was saying, check out Rio Ferdinand's channel, the latest show that he did. And he talks about the fringe players. Back in his time in Man United, the players like Diego Forlan, Wes Brown, Phil Neville, John O'Shea. All of these players, Rio Ferdinand was saying that they were fringe players, but they were just as important to do the job. None of those players were world class, but they helped when it was needed. When the frontline players needed a rest, they helped. And we need to hopefully believe in Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Ethan Ampadu, and Chalobah to be able to help out where we need help. So I have to believe. I have to believe in Thomas Tuchel. I have to believe in the club. I have to believe in the board. There are so many things that are positive about us. We shouldn't be upset. Like, I literally tweeted this out earlier today that, look at this from Matt Law. There's a sense of calm at Chelsea. Saul has never been a top priority. With Kounde, the feeling has always been there as an eye for future. There's calm. There's calm at Chelsea. This is what Matt Law said. This is not me making things up. Matt Law is saying there's calm at Chelsea. So if there's calm at Chelsea, us fans should just relax a little bit. This is what I tweeted out not that long ago. I strongly suggest everyone stay calm. No need to panic and no need to spread hate, toxicity about Marina, board, Czech, or anyone else. We have so much to like about us. Trust me, so much. Our squad is still very good and we can reassess in January. Stay strong. Seriously, no need to be depressed. Just believe Thomas Tuchel is capable of getting the best out of the players. Look at Chalobah. Chalobah, none of us expected Chalobah and just came out of nowhere. This I tweeted out as well. Not a single team is complete. As long as Man United have Ole, they'll never be complete. They don't have a manager like us, Man United. Man City have no prominent strikers. They'll still will compete, but they were looking for a striker. Ferran Torres played brilliantly against Arsenal, but let's see what happens when they get Champions League coming around the corner, more matches in December. They don't have a striker, which is, once again, doesn't make them complete. Liverpool, a couple of injuries away from repeating last season. Injury to either Salah or Mane or anyone else. They could be in trouble. Arsenal need a miracle, and Spurs lack in many areas as well. So, no one is perfect out there. No one is perfect. From the way I see it, I feel like we're as close as perfect as you can get. Yes, there is the concern in midfield, but we can perhaps use our fringe players. Chelsea Zone, thank you so much for the super chat, Mum. And you always support the channel and help the channel out a lot. Thank you heaps. Marina does a madness, mostly with outgoings, struggles with incomings. That's why I'm not on the Marina bandwagon. Man United took 24 hours to get Ronaldo done. The whole Ronaldo situation, you do need to realize they also took 2 seasons to get Sancho done. They took a long time to get Rafael Varane done. The reason why they took 24 hours to get Ronaldo done is because they were scared that he was going to go to Man City. So Sir Alex Ferguson got on the phone. Rio Ferdinand got on the phone. Many other, Bruno Fernandes got on the phone. They ensured, and Edward as well. Woodward as well was, for them, it was saving face. They could not allow Ronaldo to go to Man City. That's why they moved that quickly. It was to save the face of the club. They can't have Ronaldo wear the City colors. That was a different scenario, man. For us, we tried with Kounde. Kounde's personal terms was agreed. Sevilla had already had a verbal agreement with us. But then they, wanted to move the goalpost and add 15 million more. What are you going to do about that? Do you know what I mean? Justin, morning, Miz. Morning, my man. Miz, can we just big up Marina, please? Everything the boss of lady did, the Chelsea should be noticed. Yeah, man. I mean, look at all the outgoings we did this particular window. There was a big factor to ensure that we got a lot of players out. And I think we've done that. We've got a lot of players out. Made a lot of money. And literally in a positive net spend, even with getting Lukaku for 98 million. Our biggest issue last season was that we couldn't score enough goals. And we solved that with Romelu Lukaku. We should be praising our board and our, financial controller, Marina, Roman, that at least we plugged a huge hole. There was a lot of fans that was saying that if we only get Lukaku, I'll be very happy. And all of a sudden, apparently it's not happy times anymore. But literally not that long ago, everyone was saying, I'll be very, very happy if all we got was Romelu Lukaku. So I don't understand. We've got 241 votes. Guys, participate on the poll. How are you feeling with possibly no Kounde or Saul on transfer day? 74% still positive about the squad. I love it. That's what I want to see. Only a 26% think that we're in trouble. And that's fine. You're never going to get 100% in the fan base, which is okay. But majority of the fan base thinks that we still have a positive squad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap things up. As it stands, Hudson-Odoi looks like there's still up and down whether there's going to be a loan. Chelsea hierarchies are looking for a loan for him, but Thomas Tuchel wants to keep him around, but he's not using him. Callum, I think, wants a loan because he wants to get game time. Saul and Jules Kounde is off, ladies and gentlemen. That is done and dusted unless something changes over the next couple of hours. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, at the time being, is staying as per Matt Law. We saw Dujon Sterling leave for Blackpool. Obviously, Danny Drinkwater's gone to Reading. Don't know what's going on with Ethan Ampadu, but I think he may be staying now because we do need that backup in midfield. But overall, I'm quite confident. If you do want to see previously, well, I'll just have a and we did the squad. So I'll just quickly show you guys. This is the squad that we built up, and I feel like we're fine. Yes, there is some concerns in midfield, but I think we can manage with alternatives until January. And if things become absolutely horrific, then we can definitely address it on hopefully in January. But yeah, so far, ladies and gentlemen, not much action for us in transfer deadline, but I'll possibly come online again later in UK time evening, or if there's any breaking news coming up over the next few hours, I might come online. Meanwhile, we still have over 120 live. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up to well over 120. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. I'm only about 20 subscribers away, I believe. Let me just refresh this from 7,400. So help me achieve 7,400. Literally just few subscribers away from achieving that. Yeah, 20 subscribers away from 7,400, guys. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And check out the pinned message as well. Download the Tenor app, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't, the Coin Gang, ladies and gentlemen. Brent Smith, the Coin Gang. If you have not downloaded the Tenor app, go out there and download the Tenor app. It's a sports predictor app. It's free to download. I've got it. I'll just quickly show you guys. This is what it looks like, the Tenor app. And literally, you just press play, and there's a whole heap of matches that you can predict, sports prediction. So the first up is Portugal versus Republic of Ireland. There's £50 in the pool, and basically when you press on play, there's a whole bunch of questionnaires, and you just basically answer those questions, and if you get them all right, you could be up for some free cash. It's as simple as that. I've got the link for you guys to download. Go out there and download. We've got literally more than 105 people right now. Go out and download that straight away. Declared, you've got some latest news. Let's see what you've got before we leave here. Two minutes ago. Let's see if we can bring this up. Some breaking news. Sevilla Sport Director Monchi, Jules Kounde has chance to leave the club if some club will pay the release clause. Chelsea made a bid last week, but we didn't like it. Kounde release clause is around 75 to 80 million. Sevilla have no intention to negotiate. Wow. Well, there you go. Chelsea are not willing to pay more than 60 million euros, but these guys want 70 to 80 million. As it stands, I don't think we're going to budge unless we just give in. Do you know what I mean? But that's the latest, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, I'll probably be back down the track if something happens. If not, maybe I'll do a late stream UK time. But thank you heaps for your time. We'll catch you guys again. Make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe if you're here new. 20 subscribers to get to 7,400. Until next time, Coin Gang. My coin family. Catch you later.